stands where all the dads were standing. I saw my dad from behind and wanted to scare him. I snuck up behind him, winded my arm back as far as it would go, and slapped the ever-loving S out of his butt. It wasn't my dad. Somehow, someway, a man was wearing an identical shirt, similar shorts, had the same hair, and was the same height, and was standing in the exact same way as my dad, but it wasn't my dad. The poor guy turned around, so traumatized, and looked down at me just staring at his butt, realizing what I had just done. Never again, I repeat, never again. That's really funny. That's really funny. Someone in the comments is like, next time just make sure. How are you gonna make sure if you can't scare them if you're making sure first? That's really funny though. I would be traumatized. I would never do it again either. Poor man. He was probably like, whose kid is this? Somebody come get your kid. Alright, next story. Mom and the random YouTube commenter. I think I love the parent stories, like the ones with the parents. Okay, this is a story of old people and them not knowing how to use the internet. So when I was 15, I had a YouTube channel and my mom knew of it. I had actually used the account that she signed up with to upload videos, so she was logged in as well and could receive the same notifications that I would get on my videos. Oh boy. One day, I guess she was mad at me, and meanwhile, I was replying to a comment that I had got on one of my videos. That meant my mom received a notification of said person's comment on her phone. For some reason, she thought that person was me. So on the account where I posted my videos, she started replying to the commenter with things like, "Come here right now." And when the commenter replied, obviously confused, she typed, "You know what I'm talking about." I finally refreshed the page and saw these and went to talk to my mom in person. I don't know why she thought that was me or why she didn't just send a text, but it was really embarrassing, and that person never interacted with me again. Oh, that is really embarrassing. Because that person is probably like, why are you screaming at me? I'm so confused. That's really funny. Okay. And our last one. That one time I embarrassed myself in front of my whole school. Okay, so in like 5th grade maybe, I was walking around outside with my friends at recess, just talking and stuff, and we stopped next to these poles. There were 2 of them on both sides of a volleyball court. They were metal and had holes in them to string the volleyball net through. I was sticking my fingers through them as a way to fidget or something, and when I got to my pointer finger, it got stuck. I was like, guys, I'm stuck, and they tried pulling it. It didn't work. They called a teacher over. She tried pulling it out. It didn't work. I don't even remember how it happened, but soon enough, there was the entire 3rd, 5th, and 4th grade lined up watching me. Most grades had recess at the same time at my school. Then the 2nd and 1st graders came out, and they started watching too. The principal was there and like 5 other teachers too, and none of the students were talking either. They were just looking at me in silence. So after a few good minutes of wishing the ground would swallow me, the lunch lady came out with a can of spray butter. She walked over, sprayed butter on my finger, and it came out. Nobody clapped, nobody cheered, nobody laughed. Everyone just walked away slowly without saying anything. People called me Butterfingers until early 7th grade. Wow. That is really embarrassing, but also hilarious. I feel like I would just laugh at myself if that happened to me. That was much faster than I thought it was gonna be, so now I'm going to look through some more one or two more. Let's see. Okay, let's read this one. It's called Bad First High School Impression. Back when I entered high school, I was introduced to a WhatsApp group alongside with all my new classmates, which I didn't know. For some reason, I thought that if I send a dead meme and say, "Hello chat," I would make a decent impression, but ended up getting they put the emoji with the straight mouth, just like the two eyes and the straight mouth, like, ended up getting the emoji treatment. I knew the meme was dead and not even funny to begin with. It was like the first photo I found in my gallery. I felt embarrassed but still managed to make a good impression of myself over time as I took a shy path. Maybe some see me as a really basic person, which I really don't care. I still think about this moment time to time, hoping that it isn't a huge deal, which in reality it really isn't, but it was my first impression, which might have put a bad spot on me. This whole post probably shouldn't even be on this subreddit compared to other posts. This is surely nothing, but I just wanted to get this off my chest. The only attribute from this event is that my humor has evolved since then. I also feel embarrassed typing this as it's just a meme. It really shouldn't matter that much, but living in an Eastern European country is crazy. I hope that my English is somewhat understandable. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Oh, there's only 2 comments. On my first day of high school, somebody's just comparing their experience. On my first day of high school, I wanted to be cool and fit in, so I dressed up in a crop top, a small cardigan, and tight black skinny jeans. Turns out that was not the best idea. They seated me at the middle first row, so right in front of everybody, you could see my underwear, my pink colorful underwear. 15 minutes in, and I could hear what would have been my classmates for the next 3 years laughing. I never wore any of those clothes again. Yeah, the commenter has a way more embarrassing story than the original poster. Yeah, the original post is a little embarrassing too, though. Like, the whole everybody saw your stupid meme. But I mean, whatever, it's just a meme. No biggie, right? Let's look for one more. Okay, this one is called Phone Call with Work. So the other day I had an interview with a fast food place. The manager that interviewed me told me I got it. He said they'd call me and schedule me. After a few days of no contact, I called them yesterday. A different manager talked with me, and he said that he'd call me back within an hour. He didn't. I asked a friend who worked there if she could ask the manager who interviewed me for an update. He said you didn't get the job. I was pretty upset. I went to bed late and woke up around 10 a.m. I see that I have a missed call from the place from 8 a.m. The manager that I was on the phone with yesterday picks up. He says, "Is this person's name?" Yes, I spoke with a friend who works there and she informed me that I didn't get the job. If that's the case, and that's why you're calling me, then... And then they interrupted and said, "Was the friend Rachel?" And she says, "No, it was Marie." "Oh, okay, I was actually calling to ask you when you're available to start." I don't think that's very embarrassing, just a miscommunication, but like, why would you ask your friend? I would have just called again or like showed up in person or something.